Sorry, just let me share this out quickly. What's up, Sean? Master study, as in, I'm going to draw Jusko's Apocalypse from 2016. All right. I think Warner's going to hop on. Let's give him a minute. So, it won't fit. Will it fit? This is the piece I'm looking at. I'm probably just going to do the head and the shoulder. I'm just going to do it bigger. But yeah, it won't all fit on screen. And I think if Warner hops on, he's going to eat up some more real estate from the screen. So I'll just set that off to the side. And Elmer, you want to hop on? I'll send you a link. Let me use a pencil. What is this? That's not bad. Actually, let me see if I can get this on the screen. Let me see. So that's, I want to do this portrait. And there's Warner. I don't want to be next to yourself. Well, you're always welcome. And then here's Warner. Let me see if I can lay this up better. Where's Warner? There's Warner. Look at this guy. Okay, well, that's not going to work. Let's just do this.
Oh,
Lord Warner?
Yeah. I was goofing around with the audio.
Oh, yeah, that's a lot tighter. All right, so it looks like it's...
What are you doing?
I'm doing quick, because I can't be on for ages. Jusko Master Study on his 2016 Apocalypse, because I like Apocalypse, and I like Jusko. So... But I'm just not gonna do the full figure. I'm gonna do the head.
Right.
And then see if I can get like a base tone on it.
This one?
What are you doing? Yeah, that one.
That one?
Yeah, it won't fit on my desk, so it's off to the side here.
Got it. Working from the card or the book?
The book.
Yeah.
Actually, I brought it up on screen as well. It's a little easier to have it on the screen as well. But yeah, what are you doing?
Just goofing around with the sketch cover.
Sketch covers.
Finished off the background. Now it's time to work on Deadpool, which is
You love doing Deadpool, don't you?
I'm not opposed to it. I just rarely do them, just because it always seems like it seems like the market's oversaturated, or at
Oh,
least that was the case. Not necessarily in cards, because of him not being
well,
in a lot of sets. But I need to get water.
Sean says background not your style.
Yeah. That
Almost
was
says I don't have.
that's. Go ahead.
Yeah, almost says I haven't seen you sketch from scratch. Yeah, I'll tell you why. I think I told you this. Like, I find it hard to sketch under the camera, to draw under the camera,
Hmm.
because I like to really kind of get in here, and it's really uncomfortable. So I usually do the rough, kind of holding the paper like this, and
Yeah, I mean, if you were to do it, you'd be like this. Da, da, da.
um, yeah, and Sean knows what I'm talking about. So okay, so this head's like three pieces. Okay, well, I need to do this differently.
No, what Sean was talking about with the whole background thing. Um, I think every time you go to a convention, there's always some, young young artist wants to
Some young blood.
jump into this. Yeah, some young blood. They want to jump into the scene, and then they bring you their portfolio, right? And they usually come to like guys in Artist Alley. They're not going to go to like Marvel or anything because they're looking for some validation to some degree.
Hmm.
And maybe they've already talked to an editor or something, and the editor just gave them news that they didn't like or didn't want to hear. So like whenever I had some kid come up, that was a big thing. Was all the young kids are like, well, you gotta you know you gotta work on your backgrounds, and the response is always, backgrounds aren't my style. And so, and it's like, well, yeah, but guess what? Pick up any comic book and look and see if there are backgrounds. You know,
Backgrounds, yeah.
I mean, it's just, and I mean, don't get me wrong. I get it. You're enthusiastic about getting into things, and you want to work on your anatomy. You want to work on the action stuff and whatnot. But if nothing's grounded, then you're kind of spinning your wheels. So,
Right.
so always, I always, tell kids, look, even if it's, depending on what you're going for, or what the look is, you can pretty much do anything with backgrounds. You don't have to do like a super hyper realistic, gridded out, you know, 3 point perspective, you know, uh, background all the time. I mean, take a look at Looney Tunes, Merry Melodies,
Yeah.
the Warner Brothers, Bugs Bunny and stuff. Those cartoons always had backgrounds, but if you look at the backgrounds, they were very, very abstract, you know, and you could probably get away with that. I mean, when I did, oh, geez, here's a here's a little bit of a selfless self promotion. When I did Justice Squad here, I did it in an animated sense where the backgrounds I did in uh, practically. So like I printed
So
out like
explain
two
practically.
copies, like with pencil, pen, marker, paint, so on and so forth.
Oh,
Whereas the
okay.
characters are all digitally painted, right?
Oh, okay.
So so I
Traditional.
did yeah, so I did like for each page I did 2 pages, one that was inks and one that was the background colors. So, just to kind of get that animated cell feeling. So everything was pretty much marker, in the backgrounds. There was one that I actually did. Where is it? I gotta find it. Maybe it's not in this one. Oh, it's got to be in this one.
Maybe it was a G.I. Joe book.
No, it was definitely Justice Squad. But I did like the Den of Evil, or whatever the heck the bad guys' place is. I had painted that. I think that's in. Let's see, is it this one? Huh? See if I can find that book.
Shit, I'm already deviating away from the source material.
Yeah, I can't find the second issue. But anyways, I mean, the backgrounds in that aren't necessarily as tight as the characters. Not that the characters are super tight either, because I went with a more cartoony, animated feel.
Yeah, you have more of a. I mean, you do have a bit of a Looney Tunes feel. Well, a bit in that book. So I got like notifications on top of notifications. Yeah, see, I messed this up because this needs to be like up here.
Get a little brown.
Warner, did you think about doing the clouds in a comical shape? Yeah, that would have been good. Like floating unicorns or penis.
No. I think all I did was take a white marker and then blot it. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, it's just like white lines blotted.
No, I think he's talking about the Deadpool one.
Oh, yeah, like in The Shape of Penises or something like that.
Yeah.
No. No, I actually used reference in terms of it, and just kind of, just to have an idea of what kind of, and they still don't quite look right, but gets the point across. I mean, basically using an action, basically using like an action figure, one of those mannequins for reference. So
yeah, I can see the picture. What's up, Billy? Billy could have given you some reference for obscene shapes to put in the clouds.
I'm sure he could have. Let's see. This doesn't. Yeah, it's not dark enough. I need. Ugh. No, maybe I'll just use this.
Bad composition. Should have put the start of the head up here. You guys are rubbing off on me. I've done like, sometimes you just start with a white canvas and you kind of, or white blank surface area, and you kind of drawn to work in the center.
Yeah.
And then you start putting it together and you're like, that is not really where the center point should be. It should be a little up to the top, right?
Yeah, where the focal point is.
The focal point is here, but I'm drawing it down here. So I got a bit of the chest and whatever, and there's not going to be anything up here. So I think we'll need to do some clouds or something.
or crop it.
Or crop. I mean, this is just a backing board.
Right. See, that was always a thing where, like, especially as a kid, you start drawing, and it's like, yeah, you start like drawing at the top of the page, work your way down, then you start, and then nothing's like centered or put in a position, or you run out of space.
Mm-hmm.
Like for instance, if you do like start the head here, and it's like, oh wait, now I don't have room for legs or whatever. I've really, especially as of late, but over the years, I've really been focusing on composition from more this might be coming from the comic side.
Sorry, I gotta take this. Hang on a sec.
Okay. Hello. Waiting for Dre. Let's see here. What is this? No, not that one. Try this one. Oops. Need more water. So I think that I'll just go ahead and finish. Coming from comics and stuff, you got to kind of lead the eye with not just the composition of each panel, but or not just, I should say, not just the layout of your page. Where you got to lead the eye from panel to panel to panel, where you're reading it, which is left to right, top to bottom.
I'm back.
But you also kind of want to do it where, you're doing it in a static image as well. And like using this one as an example, and it's, left to right, top to bottom. So you kind of get like a Z shape, so to speak. So what I'm doing is,
are you talking about composition and layout?
Composition and layout and stuff. So, and you can't tell now because I'm not going to do it until later, but it's like, okay, you gotta make him pop. The focal point is it's kind of that, what is it, the 9 square grid kind of a thing. So you're kind of looking beyond him, but I'm gonna force that with like the gunshots, like the streamers that are like going through him, and then you'll have like behind him like all this blood spatter and stuff.
Or just wing it.
Or you just wing it
And
and
then
say
hope for the best.
composition's not my style.
Anatomy, yeah, you got to work on your
it's not my
anatomy.
style.
Yeah, anatomy's not my style.
Oh my goodness. I can't tell you how many times I've taken, I've gone to editors and shown them stuff. And, so I take the moose book, right? They check it out, and then they tell me, oh, your anatomy's way off. It's like, dude, it's a cartoon moose. Show me one moose that walks on their hind legs, is remotely built like this. Yeah, I mean, it's like sometimes they just kind of, spew the words out without actually
because
thinking
I think
about
what
it.
happens, there's a difference between that's not the way I would have drawn it, and there's something wrong, right?
Right.
And maybe
Right,
that's
and I'm not, again, I mean, if you're talking about, no, he's not built like Batman or Captain America in terms of anatomy, but it's not Batman or Superman or Captain America or, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, and now that's one thing. Oh, my favorite though was when I talked to an editor about inking. I taken my ink portfolio, and the guy was like telling me, giving me tips on inking. Watch it there. Watch me. I don't rub off on anybody.
No, that's extra.
Disgusting.
You gotta pay
Yeah.
for that shit.
You got to pay for it. The
Oh, sorry. Before I forget, I was gonna do this on a sketch card, but I didn't want to deface any.
Oh yeah.
I didn't want to deface the surface.
But
So.
So yeah, so I'm talking to this editor, and he's like, well, what you need to do is, you should have like a thicker line for stuff that's like more in the foreground, and a thinner line for stuff that's further in the background. And he's like literally looking at my inks. I mean, and I like point to the line saying, like, this rock that's in the foreground with the thicker line, the medium line on the character, and then the background's got the, oh yeah. So I mean, it's like it's so funny because they and it's not so much a big thing now. They don't really do it much anymore. But back in the day when they'd say, hey, yeah, we're looking at portfolios, and whoever was sitting at the table simply did not want to necessarily do that. So I think they
I
just
wonder if it
kind
was
of,
like a chore, like part of your job is to review portfolios, and they're
yeah,
like,
and
I'd
then
rather be buying cheese on the side of the road.
yeah, exactly. So I think that they just spew the lines and don't even look at the work, which is, that's fine. I mean, I understand that. Especially if it's like, it's not like, like at San Diego, they actually have like a full thing where you go someplace else to, show off your portfolio to somebody. But at your average con or whatever, it's like you're at somebody's booth and they're just trying to sell comic books.
You're right. Your portfolio review's not paying my bills.
Yeah. Uh,
So maybe I should have actually had a plan as to what I'm hoping to get out of this. But what I really wanted to do is I want to draw Jusko's Apocalypse.
There you go. I just want to finish a sketch cover.
Yeah, I'm having a blast with the sketch cover I'm working on now. I left it
Yeah,
at home.
the gore.
The gore, oof, that is fun stuff.
Well, and that's the funny thing is that you start doing something. This is the problem that I always have is like, if I get rolling on sketch cards, I just do sketch cards and I'm just having a ball at it. And then when you go and do something else, like drawing on a backing board, as an example, you know what? Maybe I'll color this. Maybe I'll paint it. Maybe I'll do
Mm-hmm.
whatever. And then all of a sudden you get into that mode and you can't touch a sketch card. You just can't even focus on one, or doing sketch covers. You get rolling on that and it's like, oh, I just can't do anything else. It's weird.
You're weird.
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 So,
So I had a fun stream yesterday. Fife jumped on for a bit.
oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm just kind of shooting the shit. It's good times. We ran almost 4 hours.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my daughter had a soccer game yesterday, and
Oh yeah, no, I'm not trying to like guilt trip you, but
no, no,
saying
no. I mean, it was like got back home, and you were streaming. I was like, I'm kind of tired, so I just took a nap.
such an old man.
Oh, it was brutal. So, all right, get back on a normal schedule.
What's a normal schedule?
Uh, not going to bed at like 3 or 4 in the morning.
Oh yeah, that'll do it.
So no, I mean I get going on these things because like during the day it's you got regular stuff going on, and you know stuff with the family, stuff with the kid. Like like for instance today, kids at school. Okay, work a little bit, and then and then now it's just got practice, and then we got to figure out dinner, and then by the time everything kind of winds down for the evening, it's like 9 o'clock, and that's really when the work gets started,
Right.
so to speak. And then you
Guess
get
I'm quite productive at night, but I can't stay up late because I gotta wake up at 6 o'clock and you know
right.
grown up shit.
Yep. Mm. Yeah. When did that happen?
Grown up?
Like grown up
Okay.
stuff.
Yeah. I think it was a Tuesday.
Was it last Tuesday?
No, wait, a couple of weeks back. We are sensitive, Billy.
I'm
Hypersensitive.
I'm not really. I got the sensitivity beaten out of me.
Did you do sensitivity training?
No, no, no. I probably should though. What are we listening to?
No, you can hear it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Totally.
Best melodic dubstep mix 2014. Oh, that's not copyright free. Hang on. Let me find something that's no copyright. Lo-fi hip hop. All right. Oh, good. My Facebook's in Chinese again.
Oh. All right. Let that dry up a little bit and mix in some more colors. Mm-hmm.
I gotta say, is I hope Apocalypse gets unbanned soon.
Yeah. You know what? The what's the because you have what that there's that new set that everybody's that's coming out with that it got announced, right? That beginnings thing.
Beginnings, yeah. There's some
So
lax
so
rules on
rumor
that
has
one.
it,
Yeah.
yeah, rumor has it there's some lax rules on that. So I wonder if you're gonna see some of those characters. That'll be interesting. Let's see, what color is this?
Okay. That.
Hmm. Did you share this or no?
Yeah, there's
Oh, okay.
a
I
few
was just
people
wondering.
watching. Say hello if you're trolling the
Hello,
stream.
people watching. Hello, watching people.
No, Justin's watching. He's just being silent, keeping to himself. It's all right.
Yeah, no, it's a lazy day today.
Lazy Monday.
Lazy Monday. Just
Morbius
another
Monday. No,
hate.
Morbius? Yeah, it was Morbius today on Unbound.
Yeah, it was Morbius today. Both as for Unbound and apparently the masterpiece of the day.
Well, because it was supposed to be the release week of Morbius, the film,
Oh.
before it got pushed back to April.
That seems like that's been in like that the first when did the first trailer come out for that? Because it seems like it's
Oh, geez,
been
that was supposed to come out
yeah, like what was the original release date? Like a couple years ago?
20,
2020?
2020, like fall 2020, I want to say.
Mm, it's
I
crazy.
still have the original teaser poster Photoshop file somewhere with the old date.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
Ow, 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 ow.
did you get a boo boo?
No, I was just shifting in my chair and my hip was locked up. Um, yeah, good times. Let's see. Let's do this little acrylic
Oh,
ink.
Billy's riding his grading high. He's a 22%er now.
Yeah, I saw that. It was pretty decent deal on that. I don't know. I was watching the little, the Brady Bunch last night when they were.
That was a lot of head.
It was yeah. It was. Um, but yeah, it was interesting. Only in I mean, it's one of those things where a lot of that stuff was over my head, and whatever, and just the whole idea of trying to wrap your head around the collector mentality thing, anyways. Um, but it was some pretty interesting stuff in terms of where what people were kind of. I don't want to use the term speculating, just because it's generally there's like some kind of a you know economic you know uh
Something behind it.
stigma. Yeah, but that's not I mean, they were speculating in terms of, yeah, this is just what we think is going to happen, not don't take any advice for whatever investment purposes, but
Yeah, this is
this is
not
just what
financial
we
advice.
yeah, this is just where we think things are going. And this whole thing with the grading thing kind of coming up, and you know that's like some I always sit back and go, I just don't necessarily get the grading aspect of trading cards. But on the flip side, I mean, is it any different than getting, and somebody actually made this point too, when you get a comic book slabbed, right?
Oh,
Well,
it's the same
when,
thing.
yeah, it's the same exact thing. Um, I think that the grading part does kind of lend itself more to the investment side of things,
Well, for
just
sure.
by nature. But the valid point, the point that came up where it was, and I don't know if he was trying to make the point where it makes more sense to get a card graded than say a comic book graded, is because when you get the card graded and it gets slabbed, you still get to see the whole card, right?
Yeah, with the
But when you get a
comic book, that's it.
you
That
don't get to
that baby's
yeah, you
locked
don't get
up
to
for
flip
good.
through the pages. Yeah, you get what you get to see is the cover and the and the ad on the back. So the question is, what's the, I guess, the question is, what's the value, the personal value of that, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, and don't get me wrong, I've, even when it came to comics, I was, and I've told this story before, but at San Diego Comic Con and had Kevin Eastman sign a Ninja Turtles book for me. And he asked me if I was, going to get it graded or slabbed or anything like that. And I was like, no, I want to be able to flip through the pages. I want to be able to read it, because that's how naive I am. Right. He's like, all right, good for you. Well, then I came across some, these grader guys and stuff like that. And guy basically said, yeah, no, this is what this comic would be worth if you had it graded. So
So you got to
I
grade it.
went and got so I went and got it graded and slapped. So it's this one.
What did it come back as? 9.8?
8.5, but it's a green label. And the thing is, the reason it's a green label is because he had signed it, but it wasn't witnessed.
Oh, right. It's not authenticated.
So that goes back to the whole, marking up, like what Billy was saying about, sketch cards. It's like, yeah, you kind of devalued the book by actually having, oh, I don't know, the guy who created the book sign it. And they were supposed to send it back and just get it straight up graded, the regular label, because even with and it would get a lower grade because it was,
Defaced.
marred up, defaced. It would still be worth more than what it is with the green label, which that's the part that, that's
But
like,
see, I
okay,
thought
yeah.
you sent it back. I thought you did a second pass on this.
No, I
burnt it?
sent it the first time and it got back to the guy who like pressed it.
Mhm.
And then he said, "Wait a minute, no, this is the wrong label." And the word was that he sent it back, but I don't know if he actually did, or if he did, and then they just said, CGC just said, "Yeah, no, we can't do that." I don't know. Maybe they changed the rules because during the pandemic, everybody was getting everything graded, and I mean, I waited for over a year to get that thing back, just one book.
Right.
And at this point, it's also one of those things where, okay, well, if it isn't, uh, if you can in fact send it back, at least right now it's slabbed, and I know it's good to go, right?
Mhm.
If I wanted to resubmit it, then I could still do that.
Yeah, it can only go up, right? Technically.
Right, or maybe, I don't know if you can do this, but even if you're at a show or happen to come across Kevin Eastman and say, hey, dude, can you just do me a favor and go over here to CGC and authenticate this is your signature, and
I'll
again, I
pay
don't
you.
know how any of that, I don't even know how that works, but the point being is that it's not out in the open. It's sealed up, it's put
It's
away,
protected. Yeah.
it's protected, and can
I
go from
mean,
there.
even the way it is, I mean, it's just going to go up in value. So, I mean,
I mean, we're talking about like, oh yeah, is it like is it a $10,000 book versus a $5,000 book? Well, it's free to me, so either way, it's a win. I mean, it's a net win regardless. Let's see.
This in a Sharpie.
I could
Afraid I'm gonna.
see doing graded cards, and this is to Justin's point. Like if you were like um yeah, if you were gonna do uh like a special subset, or even if you were like a character collector or whatever, I guess I could see, kind of just for display purposes, or you know what I mean? But I don't know, the whole that whole conversation is very, very interesting to me.
Well, it's a bit of a foreign concept, right?
Right.
I
I
mean,
mean,
we've talked about it before.
yeah,
I mean, I
yeah,
don't
just because,
understand.
because it's new, it's different. I mean, my biggest thing is like, because they were talking about, what's the next PMG thing, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, the PMGs kind of took off, and I guess I get it. I don't know. I don't. I've never seen one, so I don't know what what's
What the
the
big
draw
whoop
to
is?
them. Yeah, what's the draw to them? I mean, what makes them so awesome? You know, I mean, are they just Because I mean, I don't know. I just don't know. So but I thought what was neat was like, what's the next one going to be? What's the next big thing that everybody's going to chase? And I think you know everybody here would certainly like to think, oh, it's going to be sketch cards, but it won't.
In I think with sketch cards is that because the art is so subjective, right? Like,
Yeah, like, well, I think that even with you know I think that you could look at any um like masterpieces, and there's subjectivity from set to set to set, right? I mean, somebody may love, Simone Bianchi, and not be a fan of Dave Palumbo, right?
yeah,
And so I mean, there's that. Now, I wouldn't mind. I think that might be well. I guess they kind of already have that, don't they? To some degree, the like a quote unquote PMG for um masterpieces.
oh yeah, the battle
What is it?
spectras or something, the tier
Yeah, but
fours. I don't know. Like there
no, what was it?
there's
There's the red one where it's the one of one kind of a
the
thing.
yeah, I can't remember what it's
I'd
called though.
I'd be more, to be honest. I mean, in terms of like the guys that are collecting PMGs and stuff, I would be less concerned about what's going on with the current PMGs and so on and so forth, and more concerned about, okay, now is every single set, because this thing's gone gangbusters, is every set that they put out going to have PMGs, and then therefore by nature devalue them?
Well, somebody mentioned that like you can't have PMGs in everything now because it'll just kill the product.
Right.
It's no longer becomes. It's all about scarcity.
But when it's all said and done, it's you still gotta write that check, still gotta make that money. And I mean, it could, I'm just saying that it's an easy trap to fall into, where you just start putting them in every set. It's like Marvel Annual PMGs, you know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, that's super easy to.
But no, I think see because it goes back to your questions like why are they so special? It's
Yeah.
because they're rare. So
Well,
I
but
think the
that's the
question
thing,
in
is
terms
that,
of there are rare cards that just don't sell for as much because this investor mentality is not educated enough to understand
yeah, I guess
that there
that's what
are
it boils
cards that
down
are
to for me, is that it's like, okay, they're rare, but I mean, I don't, I don't know. Somebody's listening that knows, but I mean, you've got like the different colors, right? And they're all like numbered, right? So like, what's you know, a, pick any other card that's numbered to the same number, right? And why is that not, not getting the same kind of respect, so to speak? You
But it
know,
will.
and
I
it
think that's kind of what the whole conversations was about, is because
now
as okay, the PMG well is going to dry out because there's only so many of them. There's going to be another card that's
that people are going to just naturally have to start chasing.
yeah. I mean, you
Yeah,
see in
yeah,
groups,
it's all
people are
going to
like,
roll
oh,
downhill.
looking for this, looking for that,
I
right?
think the thing, I think the thing about the PMGs is it's got less to do with it itself. But that it's an auto. It's an already established quote unquote branding. Because I mean, this started in sports cards.
Yeah,
So there's already everybody already knows what a PMG is. Not everybody knows what a Red
out of
Spectrum Marvel
yeah,
Masterpieces thing is. You know,
but they'll learn. They'll learn fast.
yeah. No, that's a valid point.
And I can't remember who was talking about it. Like, forget PMGs, cards that were going for like $500 6 months ago. They're going for like $1,500 now. Yeah, it's not the
Mm.
same to the same degree that the PMGs blew up, but they're people are starting to chase those cards.
I think the question is like this big influx of collectors in the in on the non-sports or the entertainment side of things. Do you think that this simply came out of, I got nothing to do because I'm locked up in my house because of the
Hmm.
pandemic, so I got to find, I've already got all my sports cards, or I already have all my Pokemans, or I already have all my Magic the Gathering. I need to find
I,
something
I,
else to get into.
well, I think it's also because a lot of sets were canceled and delayed across the board. So these people that like these
They just
people, like it's
discovered.
they just okay, I need something else. I can't buy this. And somebody was mentioning it on that stream yesterday. Like Formula One cards are
Oh yeah, yeah,
um,
yeah,
starting to get attention because it's there. And Justin
yeah.
says,
Because
I think it's a carryover from the sports card world. Yeah, I mean
yeah,
that. I think
I
that
mean,
that's in reference to the PMG.
if you watch on EPAX, it's like the like all the hockey guys are like, I don't even know if anybody, because they've got like the two message board things, right? You've got the sports side, and then you've got the
The
entertainment side,
entertainment,
right?
yeah,
I don't think anybody's even on the sports side anymore. It's like everybody from the sports side just came over to the entertainment side, and they're trying to, they turn around and they go buy a pack of it's weird because there's almost a subset of a community inside the community where it's a sports guys turn around, they go buy a box of X-Men metal, right? And they get their X-Men metal in hopes to come across somebody on the entertainment side that happens to also collect hockey so that they could trade their Marvel for hockey.
yeah,
You know what I mean? And then naturally, then they start getting into the entertainment stuff, and now they're coming in with you know, jumped in, both feet first, right? I don't know. It's a very interesting dynamic, and I can see where a lot of people are like, "Ooh, I mean, what? I wonder what the attrition rate was of collectors." Because I keep seeing a lot of things on EPAX where guys are like just saying, "Screw this, I'm
well,
out. I'm emptying I'm sending everything to ComC." Because it's just a
yeah. But
different.
it's just it's at a point where there's so many people, new people coming in that one's out, three's in.
I'm not,
They
and I'm
just
not saying that that's. I'm not even saying that that's a bad thing, or anything like that. I'm just saying that like if you if if you're accustomed to, and this is just my impression, if you're accustomed to dealing with sports people in the card trading community, right? and perhaps they have a certain they have a different culture, right?
Hmm.
And then you just come in like a bull in a china shop into the Marvel card collecting, and you bring that culture that may be a little off-putting for a Marvel collector, where it's like,
Yeah.
whoa, I'm not
Hey,
used
Tommy.
to hey, I'm not used to dealing like this or dealing people like this. It's kind of like you know, now that Tommy's here, it's kind of like when you get the guy the guy that pops into the MCCW and says, "Hey, I'm looking for PMGs." It's like, dude, you just joined the group like 3 minutes ago. You know,
Who
who
comes
are
in
you?
hot?
What's Yeah, just coming in hot.
Keith, this is not a commission. It's master study of Jusko's Apocalypse from 2016. So kind of just for fun.
So just for fun,
Yeah.
just for fun.
But as I've said before, everything is
Everything
could
is
be a
for
commission.
sale.
Yeah. Well, everything's for sale, but also everything anyone does is, even if it's not a commission, it's a commission that just hasn't fulfilled its destiny. Commission in the making. Um, yeah, this might have been the wrong card to use for this, or the wrong art to use for this, because it's such a small head. There's no real detail in the original that I can make out.
Yeah, it's all
Yeah,
armor.
because it's like this big in real life.
Yeah, and it's all with the worm's eye view kind of a thing.
Yeah, so like
Nah,
I
you
kind of have to.
painted yourself into a corner.
Yeah, I painted myself into a
See what I
corner. I
did there?
mean, I just have to take a license and do my own thing with it to make it a little bit more
Be
exciting.
about be it make it about the head now.
Yeah. Of course, I'm using Sharpie like a tool.
Can you put some spinach in his tooth? Maybe a little
Probably
romaine lettuce.
a little kale.
Oh, he definitely eats kale.
Yeah, he looks like a kale eater. Mm-mm-mm.
Mm mm.
Put some spinach in his tooth.
So I think Wednesday probably get back to. I gotta beforehand though. I gotta do the flesh tones on that because there's no way that I'm gonna you know, uh, be able to work
Oh, you
on that.
talking about the remark?
The Yeah, the remark. Um I gotta do the flesh tones on that beforehand because um that's gonna be some pretty detailed stuff, and I can't sit there on a live stream with my head in front of the camera while I'm trying to work on that.
Right. So do it off camera.
Yeah, no, but it was like one of those things where, okay, what am I going to do next week? What do I got to work on? I was like, yeah, I can't do that, but I also don't want it to, I don't want it to be a running stream for 6 months either.
Just get her done.
Yeah,
Yeah, if I hop on Wednesday, um,
what do you mean if?
well, I don't know. You know how my schedule gets.
Yeah, I know.
Um,
I'm just
yeah, if I
kidding.
hop on Wednesday, I'm gonna probably finish Cyber. I worked a little bit on. I was trying to do this on stream, but I've been on the No,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I just like fleshed out his face and whatever. And I just need to do the teeth, and then he'll be done. But I still got to finish Cyber, who's pretty close to be finished too.
Yeah, I gotta come out. I gotta work on some more PSC cards as well. So I think this is probably going to be. I think I'm going to have to take a break from sketch covers after this. It's just I finished one. And I was like, okay, now I'm going to work on cards, and then I look at the
But they
empty.
just want to
Then
do
I
it on
look at the
sketch cover.
box of blanks, and I go, what I'll do is I'll just get the layout done, and then I'll set it aside.
Just
Which
one
is
more.
exactly what I did with this. Oh yeah, no, it's not even like just one more. It's like, oh, I'll just lay it out, and then when I finish up all this other stuff, I can, then I'm already, that far ahead with it, and then I just keep going and going and going, and it's like, shh, I didn't put it away. Wednesday, I suspect, might be a busy stream day.
You suspect?
I suspect.
How come?
Well, it's because you know what, Wednesday always seems to be the day that like all the Instagram boys are always streaming in the evening. They all get together and have their powwow,
Oh,
and it's like it's like because and then when I do the stream, you're doing it with me, and then all of a sudden everybody else starts streaming. It's just a very stream heavy day, and you kind of get a little, oh, I'm streamed out, man.
what do you watch? What do you watch?
It's like, I got this. I still haven't finished listening to my podcast yet, and now somebody's going live. Damn it.
That's I'm grateful that I don't have internet at home. It's like, oh yeah, this guy's going live. Yeah, that's unfortunate, isn't it?
Yeah, it kind of sucks. I'm home.
Yeah. Should have done it at lunchtime.
Well, that
If you
was
want mine, I'll go.
that was the big thing, right? With somebody mentioned this about just the timing of when we stream.
It's
You
it's a
know,
it's not the
and
best time.
no, it's not. And in all fairness, I mean, the reason that because I mean, if it weren't for the fact that you know you can't get on until after 5, right? It would actually be earlier. It used to be earlier, you know, and
Yeah,
that was just because I could
I
do
have
it
nothing
then.
else to do.
Right, but I mean, but I, yeah, I have all
But
the
actually,
time in the
no, yeah,
world.
you too. You used to be more active during the day.
Right, and but that was I mean, I can do it pretty much any time. My schedule is pretty wide open, but you know, as we all know, streaming by yourself is boring.
Not ideal.
No, somebody to chat with, and if you're gonna like do any kind of work, well, you also need another set of eyes on the comments. You know.
Yeah, got some horse teeth going on there. Hey, I'm not the one that made them.
Tell the
But
master.
yeah.
Uh-oh. Yeah. I'll let that dry for a minute.
Let's see then.
Go check on the mutt real quick. Hold on.
Yeah, I mean, think he went to check on his dog.
Just chilling on the couch.
He's chilling like a villain.
Chilling like a villain. Oh, man. Yeah, small brushes, huh?
Mm-hmm. Did you get a bigger brush for your glazes?
You know what? Here's a stupid thing. I actually had one sitting right here.
Oh, Warner.
Well, here's the thing: is that I was like, and I was using this one to throw the gesso on, and then I just set it aside and figured, So yeah, as soon as I got off that stream, I was, oh yeah, why don't I just use this? Oh boy, because I actually
Thanks,
went
Tommy.
to, I did have to run up to the art store because I got some more white, a big tube of black, some more
Just the
gesso.
basics.
Yeah, just and some more varnish. And then and also I was having an issue with my printer, so I had to get like ink cartridges.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the Office Max or Depot or whatever it is. Excuse me. Was basically next door to the art store, so went by there and was also looking for. Do you know how difficult it is to find a .3 mechanical pencil?
Yeah, like not everyone carries them. You just go on
And
Amazon.
it's like impossible. Now
But the
you
art
can
store
find
didn't
the
have them?
art store didn't have them. The office store didn't have them. Nobody had them. They all
I can
had the
understand
leads.
like Staples. Oh, really?
Yeah, they had
Or
the leads. They just didn't have the pencil.
that's weird.
So that was a little discouraging. So, but whatever. It is what it is. I think at this point, I think I'm just going to go ahead and work back to light and then see where we stand there. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Man, I cannot wait for winter to be over.
No, man, it's snowing sideways again.
Oh, is it right now?
Yeah. So I was like, okay, I'm not gonna rush home, let rush hour die out.
Hi, Scarlett.
Scarlet watching? Hey, what's up, Rusty?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's actually been relatively mild, but it's almost like every year, um, they it it's not colder, it just feels colder. Like I'm good up until about 20 degrees Fahrenheit, which is whatever it is in Celsius.
Gonna say what's
You know,
that in the
what
Queen's English?
maybe -10 or something. I'm probably okay up until that, but once you start dropping into the teens, yeah, that's one of those things where, yeah, no thanks.
Yeah, like when it's -40.
Yeah.
At which point
It's
it
like
doesn't really matter which
it's
thermometer
you
you're
know what?
looking at. It's fucking cold.
Yeah, no. Well, and this is the thing is that like for you, it's like in metric in Celsius, it's 0 degrees is balmy. You know, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, it's 0 out. I'll just walk out to the walk out to the mailbox, go get the mail in my
Oh yeah.
jammies and a t-shirt, barefoot. Yeah. 0 is nothing. But yeah, you get into the negative. Ugh, thanks, but no thanks.
All right. What are we at? Oh, just over an hour. Just when I want it. So let's do a quick poll. Should I slap some color on this?
I don't know. It depends on how much rush hour you want to miss.
No, I'm not doing it now because I gotta.
Oh,
It's Sharpie. This shit needs to dry just like paint. As soon as I
yeah.
wet it, right? Like if I wet it, no, it's actually not smudgy.
Tough stuff. That's like the greatest eraser ever.
Oh, it's the best, and it lasts forever.
And you can get the refills too.
Yeah, I mean, I've had this guy for since '97, and I'm on my second refill.
Oh, really? Yours
Yeah,
still says stuff on
well, I don't
it. And
erase much.
yeah. Apparently you
Well,
don't make any mistakes, is what you're saying.
no, it's not that. Like most of the
Wow.
time, I'll just paint over the pencils, right?
Right.
Like I don't care. I don't even know why I cleaned this up. I mean, even
Are
this
you
isn't that
thinking
clean.
marker on that, or are you thinking paint?
Paint.
Mm.
It's a marker. I don't use markers. Markers are for newbies. All right, 5 people watching. Vote. Color or not? Color or not? I need 3 yeses or 3 nos.
I'm gonna go with straight up inks, and I'm gonna say, but throw in a bunch of like cross hatching and stuff. Like,
That's not an option, though. That wasn't. That wasn't one of the choices, Warner.
right?
Like cross hatch it. I don't think I've done this properly for cross hatching. I use markers. Okay. Thanks, Brian.
I use everything.
Nobody can follow instructions.
I think you should do it in pastels.
You don't own pastels? Metallic paint. Okay. Rusty's disqualified
Mm.
from whatever competition there
You know what?
was.
How about just a light wash?
And just build out some values.
Yeah, light wash, build out some values, and then gussy it up with some airbrush.
Yeah, no, work. A quick paint job.
Yeah.
Glow in the dark pencil. Yeah, oh, he's definitely cut off.
I don't even think they make that stuff.
But glow in the dark pencil?
Yeah. Have you ever used well, you don't do marker, but I've done every once in a while I like to do I'll do a sketch card where I use a lot of highlighters.
Oh, to get the
And
neons?
yeah, so you can throw the black light on there, and I did it with I think I did it with an AP, a Dazzler AP once. So like if you stick it under a black light, everything's crazy, so psychedelic.
Oh, that's cool. I've never tried that. Spray paint it. Okay. I'll spray it Rusty. They'll be spraying.
Okay, I didn't get water. Should have got it when I checked on the dog.
I gotta wrap it up. Hit my hour
Okay.
limit. So don't go off getting water. Don't go chasing
Oh, I'm
waterfalls.
getting what I needed water anyways.
Oh, okay.
So I'm still gonna work on this. But little TLC. Okay. Oh,
Oh man, I have. Apparently, no one cares what you do with it. Yeah, it seems like it. Burn it. I'm just gonna throw it out. Put in the paper shredder.
it's just a backing board, right?
It's just a backing board.
Oh, that's the other thing I got the other day. There's bags and boards. I
Paper
still
bag.
haven't. I still haven't tried the acrylic paper yet either.
Oh, you're gonna love it. At first, you're gonna
And
swear at it, and then you're gonna be like, "Wait a minute."
yeah, I mean, it's another one of those. Oh man, I just haven't gotten to it yet. You know, because again, you get wrapped up in something, and it's like, yeah, well, maybe I'll do that. And of course, once I get going on it, I won't want to stop doing it.
It doesn't dry as quick as normal paper, which is the first thing that's gonna be like, "What the fuck's going on?" But
Right.
once you get over that, then and you start using that to your advantage. Oh, I love it. Wish they'd make sketch cards out of that.
Hmm. They do. I've gotten like blanks of sketch cards where it was like a sample pack where it had all kinds of different paper and surfaces and
Well, I mean, you can cut anything, but like, I wish Upper
right.
Deck would or publishers would use like proper art paper for their sketch cards.
Yeah. You're not getting 400 series Strathmore
No,
from on a sketch card. But in all fairness, you're not getting it on sketch covers either.
there was somebody that I was watching a video with that does might have been an indie publisher, and they said that they're using like 400 series Strathmore for their sketch covers.
Mine is my sketch covers are 300 series
Yeah, me too.
for my book, for my
Dabble with that
blanks.
at some point once I figure out what I want to do with it. Venomized moose.
You're definitely going to venomize something.
Yeah, see, I'm
Okay.
not
I think
looking
once
at
upon a
it.
time, I actually did I did one of my sketch covers on a live draw.
You did. I remember that.
It was
You did
I took
some.
a
You did a Marvel thing on it.
yeah, I think I did like what if Black Cat was an actual cat?
Yeah. Sounds right. I think that's when I asked you, Venomized Squirrel Girl. No. I think that's when I asked you if you had any blanks. And
Yeah, and you got it right. I
yeah,
sent you
yeah,
that.
yeah, just
Yeah, okay.
Venomize something on that. Okay. I'm definitely gonna slap some paint on this bad boy.
Not right now.
No, not right now, because really have to go.
Why are you still here?
Because I can't stop. I have a problem. Okay, I'm gonna put this away. Venomized fat door. Okay. Cool. That's long enough. Thanks for hopping on. There's
Yeah.
my attempt at a Juso-esque apocalypse. Sort of. Not really. Big mouth.
Good,
Very
good
big
enough for
mouth.
government work.
Oh, hell yeah. All right. Catch you later, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Peace.
Peace.